it's Lucy Brand here of Business Goddess Awakening, helping to create more empowered, wealthy, turned on business women who change the world. And today I just wanted to do a quick Facebook Live. So I've just had a session with a client, like an amazing client, and it went really well. And I just want to talk about that. And I thought I'd just quickly hop on before I have to Skype my parents. So yeah, what I'm talking about today is kind of abundance blocks and love. So abundance blocks or money blocks, if you're new to that, it's like money blocks are kind of blocks or resistance which comes up, which stops us achieving what we want to with money, which is particularly important in business, obviously. So that could show up in sales, or a typical thing that someone might say is like, oh, I don't have enough money to do that. Which, if you look at it, like, it might not actually be truth. And the thing is, like, in all my experience and all the books I've read and everything, like, it's never about the money. It's never about money. Do you know what? It always comes down to love. Like, it always comes down to love. And in this case, it's how much do you love yourself? Like, do you want it? Like, how much do you love yourself to invest in that? How much do you love yourself to have a massage once a week, once a month, whatever it is you want? And so with my client, she was really wanting to step into and create her big vision. She's got an amazing big vision about what's similar, like in empowering women, and it's beautiful. But she was feeling really frustrated because it wasn't happening quick enough for her, which I could totally get, and I'm sure you can get as well. Like, the amount of times that you really, really want something, but it's not happening, then that means that resistance is showing up. If it's not manifesting, making real, it's not showing up in your 3D reality, this reality here. So we were talking about it, and then we were going, and she was saying, I think it's money blocks, and then I was kind of digging a bit deeper and deeper and deeper and asking some questions. And the thing that I love about my coaching is I also channel as well. So I get insights as well as channeling, as coaching. So one of my insights that came through was, it's about the love. And one of the things that came through was, it's not about the money blocks. You need to stoke your inner love fire. And then my client was like, you so need to do a Facebook Live on that. So here we go. So what do I actually mean by that? I mean that sometimes in business, all the time in business, like, we have these big dreams, we set these big goals. They might be financial, they might be sales, they might be projects, like big exciting projects. But the thing is, if you don't think you're worthy of them, or worthy of the results that you want to get, or you're not deserving of the results that you want to get, then that is resistance showing up. That is blocking you from achieving those business goals, your business vision. And this is what I say time and time again, like, business, and even if you work in corporate, because I do work with corporate clients, even if you work with corporate clients, it still comes back to love. Like, if you're not getting that promotion, whatever it might be, like, it's still coming back to self-love. Like, and how much do you love yourself and respect yourself? Because if there's a part of you, if you could say hand on heart that you love yourself, and I mean, that's quite a difficult thing to say. Like, it took me years to get to a place where I loved myself, and in fact I loved my body and felt comfortable in my own skin. And sometimes I still have off days, as I'm sure we all do. But if there's a part of you that you really don't like, then that is going to be holding you back, because that part will be making you feel insecure if you really don't like it. I don't know, maybe it's your left arm. Perhaps you don't like your left arm. Like, you really don't like the way it looks. You don't like the way it makes you feel. Like, every time you look at it, you're like, oh, like, that's going to be showing up in your business, because that's going to be your insecurity. That's going to make you feel not good enough. You're not going to love that part of you. And so when that happens, you've got to face it. Like, this is the resistance showing up ready for you to deal with it. So what can you do? And if it is related to a part of you that you don't love physically, then my biggest suggestion for that is to do something out of your comfort zone, but something for you. So I know when I was really struggling with the way I looked and how I felt about myself, one thing that really challenged me but was brilliant was doing Bikram yoga, so hot yoga, and so you don't wear very much because you're sweating, and having mirrors all around me, because it focused me and it forced me to look at my body and start appreciating it and start loving it. And I actually remember one particular session, I was there just crying, apologizing to myself for how I treated my body. And it's so therapeutic, and just let it go. And the more that you do this, the more that you exercise and tone up. But it has to be, can be in a scary way, but it also has to be an enjoyable way, and it has to be for you. Once you start doing this and you start going regularly, then you will start to fall in love with parts of yourself, because you watch yourself transform. And that's really brilliant as well, because a lot of the times in business, especially if you have your own business, or indeed in corporate, like you reach the goal, woo, like you might not even celebrate it because you're so far on to the next goal. Whereas at least if you're forced to stop by exercise and look at yourself and take that moment to look at it, then you can see the transition. Perhaps it's pole dancing. That could be another one. That one is kind of pleasurable, but also, once again, it's exercise, or maybe it's burlesque. Take some burlesque classes. It's about feeling good about yourself, about loving yourself, about feeling sexy. Because when you're in love with yourself, when you feel sexy, you become unstoppable in business, like in life and in business, like, because that's when you become empowered. And that's what I was saying about turned on women. Like, when you're turned on, like, you're turned on to the ideas, you're turned on to like what the next big thing is, like, or your energy is so high because you're so excited from it that you have the stamina and the commitment to keep going. But it could also be as simple as getting a bikini wax. When was the last time that you did that? If you do that. But it could be as simple as that. It's something for yourself, like, that makes you feel good. Like, because, unless you have several partners, or whatever it might be, it's only you that really knows about it. And that's the beauty of it. Like, or maybe some sexy underwear, like, or self-pleasure. I'm a big person for self-pleasure. Like, that makes you feel good. That makes you fall in love with your body as well. So all these things, they may feel like that's not important because that's not affecting my big business vision, but it actually is. It's about stoking your inner love fire. Like, especially if you're feeling exhausted and burnt out, how can you stoke the fire? Like, what is it? So that you could imagine yourself showing up, perhaps it's speaking on stage, showing up and speaking on really big stages as a confident woman, because you're in love with yourself. You love yourself, like, you love every part of you. Or if you're still not comfortable with every part of you, we all have on-off days, then you're getting there. You're working towards it, because I guarantee you are so lovable. You're so worthy and deserving of love. And you're so worthy and deserving of having it all. But if you want to succeed in your big business vision, then you need to start going within, looking at yourself and looking at what within you're not happy with or you're not comfortable with, because that will be the key. And then you can start from there, and then build on that, like build on what it is. But it all comes back to just making sure that you are loved first, and that needs to be a priority if you're ever going to create the big dreams that you want to in the world, or create the biggest impacts that you want to in your business in the world, wherever you work, it comes back to nurturing yourself first, putting your self-care first, putting your pleasure first, but getting out of your comfort zone so that you can achieve those goals. And I know that you can do it. Okay, lovelies. Well, if you like this video and you like what I have to say, and perhaps you are struggling with your dream is not manifesting quick enough in your business, whatever that might be, or your dream in corporate, then book a session with me and let's uncover what's really stopping you, holding you back from creating it. Because I know that you've got big dreams and we need more empowered, wealthy, turned on business women who are changing the world, because it needs to happen. Okay, I love you. I've got to go and phone my parents now, so I shall speak to you soon. Bye.